Although they aren't typically the prettiest places in a facility, restrooms are crucial to the overall occupant experience. In fact, according to one recent survey, nearly 70% of Americans reported having a particularly unpleasant experience in a public restroom due to the poor condition of the facility. However, thanks to smart technology, facility managers can better monitor their restrooms from afar and prevent problems. For example, frequent restroom use means supplies are bound to run low at some point and will need to be restocked. When this happened in the past, staff would have to constantly check dispensers for their stock, and this would be time consuming work. However, smart dispensers can wirelessly connect to a greater network and alert staff when they are low. This data is shared with connected systems, which can allow facility staff to see supply without checking in person and avoid potential occupant complaints.
A lot of the data that can be recorded and gathered from that is really, really valuable data that basically gives you usage data. So, for instance, as a soap dispenser is getting, lower either on battery or on product, it can notify the custodial worker, the EVS attendant, the supervisor, whoever it may be, that, it's like, hey, I'm starting to get run low. Instead of having consumer outages, customer complaints, it gives that data. Same thing for soap, sanitizer, tissue, and towel dispensers if they're all connected within the washroom.
For the staff, this means time spent checking all the dispensers in the facility can be saved, thus allowing staff to attend to the restrooms and dispensers that need the most attention.
If there's a restroom far away in a wing of a facility that's not used very often, then the resources don't need to be allocated there as often versus one of the main restrooms in a facility that allows that facility manager to gather that information and make effective decisions based on staffing and use.
Though, the effects of smart tech don't end there for the restroom, as it also extends to plumbing as well. Given the frequent use of restrooms, water usage is a major concern, especially when it comes to leaks that waste water. Smart technology can help detect and alert facility managers to potential leaks too.
So if you have leak detection, that will instantaneously send an alarm to facilities. That's something they could address, before it becomes a big issue. And just, have a better way of, getting ahead of things before they turn out to be chaotic, so to speak. So, there's a couple ways you could put physical sensors on the floors and detect water, physical water, or depending on how integrated or sophisticated one wants to be, they could start monitoring by metering, water usage, and if they see an excess over a period of time that doesn't align with your normal use, it will flag for investigation.
With smart technology, many of the restroom related tasks and their operations become more streamlined, allowing for facility managers to optimize their workflow in ways that weren't possible before. It also allows for more sustainable operations because important resources such as supplies, water, and time are less likely to be wasted.
The great benefit there, or the overarching benefit, is really, to be able to generate insightful analytics and reports by using this data to optimize, operation, identify any trends, and make data-driven decisions.
Even with these benefits, people weren't quick to adopt smart technologies. A certain pandemic would prove to be a paradigm shift in this case.
Prior to COVID, we would talk to EVS managers, facility managers, building managers, and they were interested, but quite honestly, it was an added expense, and realistically, labor was very, very inexpensive and abundant. Post COVID, they're finding that they can't have a good workforce, that is reliable, and they're actually more and more interested because they're reducing their labor because they have no choice but to, because there isn't any available labor out there. So it's very interesting the way that is turned over the past few years.
As smart technology continues to develop and advance, facility operations will continue to be optimized and streamlined, including in the restrooms.